obviously the system is a little bit broken, I would have to say.
That is Fox News anchor Julie Banderas, and she's about to prove her brain is broken.
So it's not a crime to tell lies. Being a narcissist isn't a crime. Hatching schemes to stay in office is not a crime.
Actually, Julie, hatching schemes to stay in office after you know you've lost the election for that office is a crime. And that's why Donald Trump was most recently indicted. Remember?
The indictment was issued by a grand jury of citizens here in the District of Columbia, and it sets forth the crimes charged in detail. I encourage everyone to read it in full.
Julie, maybe you don't like to read, so never mind special counsel Jack Smith and reading the grand jury indictment. How about watching a lawyer who is on TV? Better yet, how about a lawyer on Fox News who was paid to be there by your own network?
Look, Donald Trump wouldn't be under indictment if he had had 50 or 100 or 1,000 rallies where he simply said, falsely by the way, that the election was stolen or that there was widespread fraud, even though there's no evidence of that. He wouldn't be under indictment if he had just done that. Where they crossed the line was when they had these fake electors gather in state capitals after the secretaries of state and the governors had signed certifications that Biden had won the state. If I can make an analogy, Trey, I can come on your show and say, I'm the real Trey Gowdy. I can run around the streets of New York or South Carolina and say, I'm the real Trey Gowdy. But if I go home and I print out a fake driver's license or a fake birth certificate, and I walk into your bank and I say, I'm Trey Gowdy and I'm here to take out all my money, then I've crossed the line into fraud, into forgery, into maybe an attempted grand larceny. I don't think there was a good faith basis for electors to sign fake certificates or false certificates saying that they were duly elected and duly certified. And I don't think there's a good faith basis for saying to Mike Pence, you should take those certificates rather than the real ones.
And that effort by Donald Trump to get Vice President Mike Pence to count the fake electors instead of the real ones, that was a scheme to try and stay in office. And Julie, the indictment notes that hatching this kind of scheme is a crime. Nonetheless, maybe you can volunteer at Donald Trump's trial to be called as an expert defense witness in all things Julie Banderas. I'm sure the judge and jury would love that. The absurd claims by Julie Banderas seem to have lit a fire on social media. National Security Attorney Bradley Moss burned Banderas with this, quote, "Why bother having an election? I think Julie Banderas just came out in favor of allowing Joe Biden to declare himself the victor in 2024, like right now, before any votes were cast." Here's another way to think about it. Imagine how Banderas and her fellow loons at Fox News would react next year if Joe Biden lost, refused to concede, and instructed Vice President Kamala Harris to throw out the GOP candidates' votes in January 2025. Now imagine somebody on a cable news channel proclaimed that hatching such a scheme to stay in office was not a crime. How would that go over with Laura Ingraham, Sean Hannity, and Julie Banderas? And that is why Banderas' argument is so ridiculous. Then again, being inaccurate and fundamentally dishonest seems to be a requirement for hosting an opinion or news show on Fox News Channel. The only obligation is to misinform Fox News viewers and always do it in favor of a conservative. You have to wonder how Elliot Feelig and some of the other Fox News analysts continue to survive as welcome guests on Fox News. Although maybe that is the post-Dominion lawsuit settlement strategy for Fox. The channel sprinkles in guests who know what they are talking about, so the network can then claim it tries to clean up the wild and absurd claims by Fox News hosts. Whatever. Julie Banderas has been with Fox News for 17 years. If the channel had any shame or integrity, the only scheme that management would be considering would be getting Banderas out of there. By the way, over on C-SPAN, where the truth still matters, a Republican strategist recently shot down a MAGA caller, and the exchange has gone viral.
Did you see the interference by Facebook in the election with Hunter Biden laptop? Was that something you acknowledge?
I don't think that.
What do you mean?
No, I'm not.
Let him answer, Jim.
Yeah, I'm not hemming and hawing. Jim, you have a point of view, and that's the problem, is that you're unwilling to see the evidence. You're unwilling to examine the facts.
Check out that video at the link below. I'm David Schuster. Thanks for joining us.